And this is one of his songs. That's just coming a new one. I love this one so much.
And we never ever take us down. We cannot stand on our ground, it's do or die. Walking Biafra is on our side. We gonna fight together, no retreating. We will never ever surrender. All we need is freedom, freedom for my people. All we need is freedom, freedom for oppressed people. I know for sure the land of Biafra have come to stay. I know for real Biafra is on our side. I know for sure the land of Biafra have come to stay. I know for real Biafra is on our side. We on the mountain top, be strong. All this misery will soon be over. It's matter of time, it will never last. Victory is on our side. One with God is strong. We heading to the promised land, the Biafra land. Oh, oh, oh. Ah, ah, ah. I wonder why they won't never care about the killings of my people. I wonder why they would never care about the killing of innocent people, Biafran people. Oh.
All right, that was our brother singing there for us, and we're happy to have brought him in. All right, before I run off this program today, I want to remind you that tomorrow we're going to feature the pastors are coming in to pray tomorrow on our program. So I hope you listen. And I made a promise. I told you something that in the next 2 weeks on the roll, I have a program. I'm going to caption it. The true prophet of our time, our leader Mazi Nnamdi. I'm going to go back to the archives and dig out all that he has been saying, because if only you know, so it's good to, it's very, very good to tell you that a prophet is not somebody who comes to tell you that your father is your problem, your mother is your problem. No, he says things that is general. And by the way, my friend has said it, that a prophet is the one that lives to see his prophecies come to life. And then he is there. He has said so many things. This morning I was on a call. Honestly, this is not funny anymore. When I get calls from Biafra land, from some of my friends who live in the zoo, it's very scary what everything they are saying. And this is one of the things that our leader had told us many, many years ago. That one day you wake up and go to the bank and you will not see your money. It is happening, is it not? My niece, who's a very, very good philanthropist that gives out so much, she told me this morning that it's so unfortunate that when she's dressed up to go to work in the morning and she comes out of the house, there will be people gathering there looking for stipends, looking for money, looking for something to help their family, but there is no money. The money, people are now buying money with money. It's only in Nigeria, in the world, that you see where people buy naira with naira. Not that you take naira to buy the dollar. No, You're using naira to buy naira. Or maybe this is the beginning of the game. Because Nnamdi Kanu, that is why I have devoted 2 weeks. I'm going to do it on the roll. A true prophet of our time, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. All his old brokers, during my time, when you listen to the radio, instead of IPOB USA 2, whatever you will hear is all the past things that our leader have said. Till date. They can do whatever they want to do to him. What they have to understand is that the prophet is a prophet. He has said things that will happen. Some were said long before even people like us became IP. There were people that were there already when he said these things. There were people like us that didn't even hear about this. Because when we woke up and we started hearing them, we have them in the archives. Internet does not lie. It tells you the way it is. So tomorrow we are going to listen to the pastors that will come in tomorrow. And when they are done by tomorrow, the Monday, I will start on the prophet of our time. Stay tuned. Go away.
mmadụ niile kpọrọ gasị gago ụwa n'ịbụ nwanne ha ndị ahụ chụkwuru gị n'obodo gasị gị bịa bụrụ eze ha ndị enyi m haleluya nke m kama ọbara gawa na chukwu gaza m ekpere ọkwa ngwara gakwa haleluya nke m kama.
Announcement. There will be 7 days fasting and prayer for IPOB/Biafrans worldwide. From Wednesday, 1st day of February to Tuesday, 7th day of February 2023, the year of our Lord. Theme: in wrath, remember mercy, O Chukwuki Kabiama. The book of Habakkuk, chapter 3, verse 2c. Duration of fast. Category A, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. Category B, 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily. Category C, 6 a.m. to 12 noon daily. Category D, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. daily. Category E, 4 p.m. till 6 a.m. the following morning. Category F, 1 hour daily for children, old people, pregnant women, and those on medication. One is expected to choose any category convenient for him or her and be consistent with it. The details of this prayer point is available on all IPOB platforms on social media. All glory be to our Father, Chukwu Okikabiama Onyepurumihimile, whom we trust and worship. He will answer us speedily, for he never abandoned his people. Ise. This message was prepared by Evangelist Uzako Agnes Wokike, Archbishop David Benedict, Pastor Eberichukwu William. Biafrans, let us fast and pray. Elohim will descend from his throne and hear us.
All right, tomorrow, like I told you before, they're going to be here at 12:30 p.m. Biafra land time. The pastors will take over the podium for an hour to do their prayer that has to do with the fasting that we have gone through. So I need you to stay tuned. Tomorrow, don't forget, they will be here, and I will promise you, you will not regret being with us. We are Radio Biafra, and what we do here is we worship. We are holy. We are with the best, but I know we know that we know what we are doing. We know that Chukwuki Kabiama is on our side. It's one directing our activities. Anything we do is according to his will. So tomorrow we are going to be here with them, with the pastors. They'll be all in the program tomorrow. Let me see if I have any more time left. I think there's no more thing to say. Somebody's trying to call me. Let me just oblige this person, but I'm not going to let you waste any more time. Caller, good morning. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Your very, very brief message, whatever you have to tell us. 2 minutes. Thank you.
Yes, Mazi Peters. Good afternoon. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you. Please make it very fast because we don't have any more time left.
Yes, I will do that. Sorry. Thank you for having me. Thank you for your program for today. And thank you, our brother, coming in today to let us know who he is. Mazi, I don't know the name of that guy. You know, all his music is very, very wonderful. Can I know his name, please?
His last name is Mwiwu. They are the
Mazi, can you believe it? We have been playing his music, but we don't know who. We don't know their names.
That's right.
Yeah. Mazi, Biafrans musicians, they are doing us proud. We love them so much. As you said, let them continue. We are getting there. We are going to get Biafra very soon. Mazi, I will not waste much of your time. What made me to call? You see, I watched one of these politicians saying that IPOB, thinking of sitting at home of the day of election, or boycotting an election, or calling for not voting. But I wanted to for this man saying such a thing. I think it says Ima Power for our media and publicity secretary have made it officially that IPOB don't have anything to do with election. So why this man is coming on social media on a platform saying that if IPOB boycott election or if we decide to sit at home? We are not sitting at home. Nobody is saying sit at home or date of election.
Let me interject. Let me interject.
Yeah, please.
The man said something on another platform. It has nothing to do with us. We have already said what we want to say. He can say, anybody is free to say whatever he wants to say. As long as it's not on Radio Biafra, we don't care. Let's not publicize. Okay. Let's not publicize what he's saying because he's talking to the wind. Anybody who is an ardent follower is a member of IPOB. Is a true Biafran who will listen to Radio Biafra. We have already made it very clear that we have nothing to do with the election. If further notice, if we get anything that we are supposed to announce when it is the proper time, we'll announce it. If they go out there and they're condemning it in another platform, please let's not bring it to Radio Biafra. It has nothing to do with us. He can say whatever he wants.
Okay, sir. Thank you for putting me in the right position. But what I'm saying, I'm sorry, I just want to make a point there. Why made me bring this thing here? Mazi, it's just to tell the other gullible ones that this is what we are saying, and it's not what we are saying. We are saying different things, and this man is saying another thing.
That's his business. That's what I'm saying. No, Radio Biafra have said we have nothing to do with the election. If a radio, whatever, is saying something else, it has nothing to do with us. I don't listen to those things. And we bring in their story to Radio Biafra is like we're listening to them. If you listen to them, you want to take what they say, keep it to yourself. It has nothing to do with my station. That's our own point. We've already made it very clear. Radio Biafra is the source of information for anything concerned. Anybody can say whatever he wants to say. I told you this is a government plan to distract us. I made a comment here that when I was in the zoo, I was in Biafra land. I was actually in Lagos when somebody said there was going to be a sit at home in 5 days. Because of that, I took a flight back to Anambra State, to Biafra land. I went to one of the radio stations that is just a new radio station to dispose of them, to tell them, listen, anybody who says anything about sitting at home for 5 days has nothing to do with IPOB. So I want you to make the broadcast on your radio because people are listening locally. They say, but why should we take instruction from you? I say, because I'm a member of IPOB and I'll make the announcement myself if that's a problem for you. Turn up and down, eventually they refused because they know that they are testing somebody who has been taking money from them, is trying to test his popularity. So for me to come in, if they were really, really honest, and they were working on our side, they were neutral, they was okay, so there's no sit at home. But eventually the thing failed anyway, naturally. So I am telling you, let's not bring these people's story to IPOB because they can say what they want to say. Anybody can go to Facebook and say whatever he wants to say. I don't want to entertain anything that they say. Please.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Mazi Peters, for your, you people, you that radio, you know how to handle this. Thank you for encouraging and making it the way it is. So, Mazi, because of your time, I have something to say, but because of your time, I will leave it for now. Thank you for having me, and God bless
all right,
you.
We'll
Thank
be
you,
here
sir.
again
Thank
tomorrow
you.
at the same time. All right, no problem.
Thank you.
All right, this is Radio Biafra USA 2. We've come to the end of today's program. Tomorrow, don't forget the pastors, the church people are coming in tomorrow. We take probably one hour of our time, but eventually it's all good. It's all for the best, and we'll be here to entertain you. Stay tuned, don't go away, because Mazi Iyke is next. From here, from me, it's goodbye.
In Biafra lies our religion, the last hope we have is in Biafran restoration. I believe. Listen to Radio Biafra. It's where we worship as a true Iyke Abiyama. Let your kingdom come. Listen to Radio Biafra. It's where we worship. Let your kingdom come. Listen to Radio Biafra. It's where we worship.
We have to come to the conclusion that there are no extenuating circumstances. You have been found guilty on all charges. Is there something you could tell the court before pronouncement of your sentence?
All we want is freedom. That's all we want. Freedom. Freedom for children to learn. Freedom for men to work. For mothers. That's all we want. Freedom. Freedom for children to learn. Freedom for men to work. For mothers. That's all we want. Freedom. Freedom for children to learn. Freedom for men to work. For mothers to
Nnamdi Kanu, Radio Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, Radio Biafra.
Nnamdi Kanu, ọgaranya onye ndu ndị Igbo. Ọhamadị ka anyị kwụ gị n'azụ. Ọhamadị ka anyị kwụ gị n'azụ. Mbakara ya ma ọsọ ya na. IPOB, IPOB, one family. IPOB, one family. Asị m ụmụ Biafra. IPOB, one family. Ndị Chimeleze na nwa. IPOB, one family. Nnamdi Kanu, ọgaranya onye ndu ndị Igbo. Ọhamadị ka anyị kwụ gị n'azụ. Ọhamadị ka anyị kwụ gị n'azụ. Mbakara ya ma ọsọ ya na.
Greetings to our listeners. Good morning, regardless of your time zone. You're listening to our Radio Biafra USA, coming to you from Radio Biafra London and IPOB Community Radio, directed by our leader, His Excellency Mazi Iyke. Today is Saturday, February 4th, 2023. The women will be here at 5:30, and this is their day, and tomorrow Ndimo will be with us as well. And that's the way it is. I don't have much to say, but before I welcome them, let me get our people to see what is happening. Each and every one of these events taking place today in the zoo was predicted by our leader. Each of these events was predicted by our leader. And in him, he realized that there will be a day he will be wanted. There will be a day he will not be present. He will be absent. And he charged you on what to do. Stay rugged. Listen to DOS and HOD. And it will be difficult to disrupt IPOB. And he has been proven right. As we do this service every day, people have tried their best. Let me ask you, for all those people that are engaged in scrupulous activities, who are you fighting against? Who are you fighting against? Anything you do against IPOB, anything you do against DOS, anything you do against HOD, you are doing it yourself. You work against your freedom. You are doing it yourself. Let me give you an example. You can jump up. You can flex your muscles. You can shout. Anytime you're handcuffed, you're useless. Anytime you are handcuffed, you are useless. You cannot fight back. You'll be beaten and punched. You can't retaliate. Anytime you are chained in a slave way, you become a slave. When they use the money to chain you, when they use dishonest means to chain you, when they lie to you, they have chained you. When they brainwash you, they have chained you. If you cannot unchain yourself, somebody else will. And when somebody is attempting to unchain you and you resist, you are enslaving yourself. Don't blame it on Mazi Nnamdi. Don't blame it on IPOB. Don't blame it on DOS. Don't blame it on HOD. Blame yourself. Because the situation you are facing today was predicted. All the situations you are encountering were predicted. You listened to it, you heard it, you're still to your old ways. Inability to move forward. See all the people talking about election. Let me ask you, to Biafrans, Oduduwas, Middle Belt. When you become restless, when you become useless, you cannot stand and say what you have in your mind. You will be run over. And that is the situation in the world today. Systematically, foreign ships are in the territorial waters of Nigeria. Foreign ships, uninvited. They exert their authority over your coast, telling you they are performing services which your own failed to perform. We have become beggars. We have become impotent. Inability to do things we are supposed to do on our own. We cannot feed ourselves. We have the land. We have the manpower. But for one reason, different lifestyle is the order of the day. Different lifestyle is the order of the day. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, told us, be very, very observant. Are we? Are we following the instructions? Those that are supposed to cater for us have failed. They have failed woefully. They have completely failed. And tomorrow, before Ndimo. I will speak more about this so that you know where we are going wrong, so that you will know that we have done a lot of things that are very, very adverse against our own progress, against our own survival. And when we do these things, we say we are playing politics. We are playing politics. And what reward do we get? What's the outcome? What are the benefits? I don't see any. I don't see any. Let us look at ourselves. Let us question ourselves. It is for the betterment of everybody. It is for our own good. Nothing more, nothing less. We are poor. We are very poor. You see the people going naked in the bank. What that person psychologically is telling you, I'm finished, I'm nobody, I'm nothing. It is a man-made pain, man-made injury, dehumanization. All he has worked for. Just in a blink of an eye, you cannot access your money. You have no access to your money. How do you expect that person to survive? He has children. He has a family to take care of. But you've rendered him useless. And you call that a country, and then I've told you there was a recent publication about DSS charging MFL for all charges, including supporting ESN and IPOB. Oh well, it is not funny. Those for one reason, they have done all things possible to quench us, but they have not been able to. I'll see where the charges emanated from. Any Biafran, regardless of where you are serving, you are a Biafran. And they will come after you. Regardless of the situation, they are coming after you. You have gone to the international world to say we are terrorists, but it is a thief that's calling somebody a thief. An innocent person that committed no thievery, you are calling him a thief. An innocent person that did not kill, you are calling him a killer. An innocent person that did not terrorize anybody, you are calling him a terrorist. But all those committing these offenses, they are angels. They are angels. Look at our situation. No peace, nothing whatsoever. No rule of law. It is a principle of everybody, all man on your own. And they form the gang. A gang that suppresses other people. They have been bunkering oil for how many years? Over 50 years. They have been bunkering oil. All of a sudden it becomes the money is not there. Everything is under lock and keys. that the owners of the land have no access to their land. They have no access to their resources. They have no avenue to their waterways. And you are telling me they are alive. How can that be? The food is not there. The money is not there. The job is not there. How then are they surviving? Even the little money they get and exchange it, you blocked it. If you're blocking it in the south, how come the terrorists in the north, the ISIS leaders have access to the money? That tells you it is well planned to suffocate the south who wants out. They are done. Welcome.
To stop you when you're on a roll like this. You are on a roll this morning.
You already done it. Just go ahead.
To tell Biafrans, we hate to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
So do you want us to go ahead?
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you, Mazi Iyke, for the opportunity to join you on Radio Biafra again one more time this morning. It's a wonderful, cold Saturday morning here in the United States of America. Good morning, His Excellency, Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Good morning, Mazi Iyke. Good morning, my sisters. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, fellow Biafrans, great comrades, wonderful people, and IPOB worldwide. My name is Dr. Tina Eberechukwu. I am Ada Biafra from the heart of Biafra land, Olu province. We welcome you to the faces of IPOB USA women. We're coming to you this morning from the United States of America. Yes, we continue to say that it is a land of the free because they give you opportunities that you may not have in the zoo. To go to school, to work, but yet somebody else's land is that person's land, and your home is your home, and that's why we continue to struggle to get back home to Biafra land, the land of the rising sun, the blessed land of Chukwukabiam. Radio Biafra USA, of course, broadcasts from Radio Biafra London, a mother station that was established years ago by our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to make sure that the world hear our voice, because they pretended that they didn't hear us during 1960s when they all converged on our land and killed us in masses. Over 5 million of us were killed. They underestimate and say 3.5. But we go in the middle and say over 5 million. But when you really think about it, it might be way over 7 million people that were killed in our land. They couldn't count all the babies. They couldn't count all the children. They couldn't count all the teenagers, all the people who never developed, who died in hunger and from hunger and starvation. They couldn't count all the people in all the villages in Biafra land who died. They probably saw the people who died in the major cities of the provinces, but they didn't see everybody who died in every village in Biafra land. So they counted, about 3.5 million. We say that it might be over 7 million. But we're not going to let that happen again without the world hearing us. And thank you, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, for establishing the radio, because they're hearing us. I was overjoyed this week, when I was talking to my sisters. We were talking together, and I realized something that was written in a Nigerian newspaper. And I announced, I stopped everybody in my jubilation. I said, do you see that they hear us? That when we make noise, they really do hear us? And I will read that to you in a few minutes. That made me stop everyone and started jubilation. But we're here this morning to tell you that we support our head of Directorate of State, Mazi Iyke, and we support all the men and women who are in DOS, our Directorate of State. We thank our host, Mazi Iyke, this presenter who comes daily on the radio to keep us informed. Mazi Iyke, you do not know what an icon that you're becoming to us Biafrans, but you are an icon to us. You're super house now. You're the one we wait for to listen to understand what's going on in the struggle every morning. And I know it's afternoon in Biafra land, and every afternoon in Biafra land, they're listening. Your colors and your color lists make us understand that many people do listen from across the world. We also thank our media warriors who are tireless in debunking blackmails. Nigeria, we ask you, we tell you, we command you, let our leader go. We can say it like this because we're no longer begging you. At one point, one of our elders who has now passed on begged Buhari that is not even a mask wearer. So please release Mazi Nnamdi to him. I think his name is Mazi Iyke. And he failed to do so, even when our elder begged him. He said that he will wait for the court to take its course. The court of competent jurisdiction in Nigeria has discharged and acquitted our leader, and DSS criminals continue to hold our leader. We ask that you release our leader unconditionally. We continue to count many victories in your court system, and there was another one this week. Grant us an internationally supervised referendum and let my people go. That's the only thing we come to tell you now all the time. We discuss many topics, but before we do that, let my sisters please introduce yourselves. Sister Kanu, we'll start with you.
Okay, Dr. Verachuku, thank you very much for this opportunity this morning. I'm so happy to be here, and I thank you for this. I have to call my great Biafrans, friends of Biafrans, wherever you are, lovers of freedom, listeners of Radio Biafra. I say welcome, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I greet our leader, Mazi Iyke, prisoner of conscience. I said, no weapon formed against my leader will prosper.
He said,
oh, yes, my sister. I greet all the Radio Biafra presenters, the media warriors, the members of DOS, and this security network, wherever you are, guiding our land. I greet all of you. All those working assiduously for the restoration of Biafra, I greet all of you. IPOB worldwide, I thank you so very much from the bottom of my heart. As we move one day at a time to restore the land of the rising sun, you know, we never get tired until our mission is completed. My name is Akune. I am from Owerri province. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Sister Cecilia.
Thank you so much, Dr. Berachuku. My fellow Biafrans, wonderful and courageous Biafrans, great and mighty men of valor, my greetings to all of you. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, in whatever part of the world you are in. Special greetings to my Onyendu. Onyendu, God is with you. And this God who never sleeps will take care of you. Be strong. I know it's not easy. The Lord will help you. I also bring greetings to the DOS, to the wife of our Onyendu, to all our media warriors, to the men and women of Biafra, the goodwill people of Biafra. I just want to tell you this morning that you all have stood fast, continue to stand fast, and continually pray that our leader be released and that we get the referendum we so wonderfully need so that we can all progress to our home. I am so delighted to come to you this day to add my voice to this battle. I wish that you all draw closer so that we can encourage one another. My name is Cecilia, and I come from Umuahia. Thank you. Thank you very much. My sisters, I think the next thing on our agenda is to pray. And I am going to start by reading our normal Psalms. And after we read our normal Psalms, one of my sisters will complete our prayer. Psalm 20, prayer for the king in time of war. For the leader is Psalm of David. The Lord answer you, Mazi Iyke Kanu, in time of distress. The name of the God of Jacob defend you. May God send you help from the temple. From Zion be your support. May God remember your every offering. Graciously accept your holocaust. Grant what is in your heart. Fulfill your every plan. May we shout for joy at your victory. Raise the banners in the name of our goddess Echukwu-Kikabiyama. The Lord grant your every prayer. Now we know victory is given to the anointed of the Lord. God will answer you from the holy heavens with a strong arm that brings victory. Some rely on chariots, others on horses, but we on the name of the Lord our God. They collapse and fall, but we stand strong and firm. Lord, grant victory to the king. Answer when we call upon you. Psalm 70, prayer for divine help. We need help for our leader. Graciously rescue Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, O God, Echukwu-Kikabiyama. Come quickly to his help. Confound and put to shame those who seek his life. Turn back in disgrace those who desire his ruin. Let those say, aha. Turn back in their shame. But may all who seek you rejoice and be glad in you. May those who long for your help always say, God be glorified. Here we are, afflicted and poor. All of us Biafrans, especially our Onyendu, afflicted and poor. God, come quickly. You are our help and deliverer. Lord, do not delay. Sisters, somebody can pray. Can continue. Let us pray. Our gracious God and our Redeemer, we are grateful, O God, that we are still in the land of the living. We thank you for this special day that you have given us, that we should be glad and rejoice. But Lord, our hearts are heavy because of our people back home. Our hearts are heavy because Onyendu is still under DSS detention. Our hearts are heavy because we have no place right now to go home to because the enemy stands in our way. Gracious Father, we come in the name of Chukwokika Biama. We are asking, oh God, because you are the man of war, Father, fight this battle for us, oh God. Our eyes are upon you. Our faith is in you. One with you is the majority. And so, Father, we know that, Lord, eventually you will come through on our behalf. Thank you, Lord, for the blood of Jesus. Thank you for your word. Thank you for the power we have in you. Father, we are trusting you, Lord, and we are looking unto you, expecting, oh God, for victory in the end. We worship you, Lord, that our people are still in the land of Biafra. We thank you, Lord, for those of them, Lord, whose hearts are shaking, Father, that you will grant them the grace to stand firm. For those who are confused with all the things going around them, oh God, you will give them a clear mind that they may be able to think right. Father, we bless you. We thank you for our DOS. We thank you for our Onion. We thank you for our radio presenters. We thank you for Uchechi, our leader's wife. We just give you the praise of God. We know that you still have a hand in this battle. And so, Father, we still trust you. We know you will come through for us. And Lord, we will rejoice when eventually you lead us into our promised land. Come and help us even today, that our words will fall on ears that will hear us and be encouraged in their hearts. Take preeminence in this broadcast this morning, oh God. In the name of Chukwokika Biama, we've prayed. He said,
Thank you so very much, my sister. Our theme will remain and will always remain until Biafra comes, the release of our leader and call for Biafra referendum. We are not moving from this point. We will not move from this point till we get what we want. Onyendu says, I never stop until I get what I want. And it usually is a Chukwokika Biama gives us what we want. So let's not move from this point until they give us a referendum. So this morning we have several topics, and the first topic we're going to deal with is where are we? This is a test, great Biafrans. What I will read is the reason why I jumped up in jubilation, and let's see if you can figure out what made me jump up after I read this. This is from Nigerian newspaper. It was from 2 days ago, and it was The Sun, their newspaper called The Sun, who wrote this. Court okays Kanu's request to apply for access to doctors' medical records. And this thing is written by this guy called Godwin Sa from Abuja. Okay, so this is the beginning paragraph of what he wrote on The Sun 2 days ago. This is what he wrote. The Abuja division of the Federal High Court has granted an application by the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi, Kanu, to apply for an order of mandamus compelling the Department of State Service, DSS, to allow him to have unhindered access to his medical doctors. Now, the test is, did you hear this? That in any way, does it make a difference to the way they have been referring to us? My sisters know that it does make a huge difference. There is no derogatory statement or word in this whole statement that was written here. And that is the first time myself, not anybody else, has read anything from Nigerian newspaper that did not call us any derogatory words. The first time. Said that the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, and didn't call us, the other stuff that they throw at us. And I will not say those words so that we don't go back to them. And every time we hear those words, we must come out and attack them. I want to say thank you, Mazi Iyke, thank you, Mazi Iyke, thank you, all the media warriors, thank you for all you Twitter people out there who tweet on a daily basis. Oh, thank you, my family here in Texas who tweet daily, that you are making such an impact on these people that they should stop calling us all those bad names that they used to call us and just simply get to the fact that we are the indigenous people of Biafra and our name is IPOB and our leader is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and nothing else to them. Dr. Virajugu. Yes, ma'am.
I come in here and say something.
Please.
You know what happened to Nigeria government? Who they know what they are doing. They know it very well. They know who Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is. They know that he is fighting. It's the only self-determination. Now they are telling you, I know whatever they say is written in paper. I want them to start acting right now. Not packing good news on the paper and they pretend that they don't know who wrote it or who said it. But they said here, detain the leader of indigenous. But why are they detaining him? Why detain? They know that they detain him, an innocent man who have never done any wrong to anybody, who have never carried a gun to kill anybody. But he is detained in detention. But all the Boko Haram, Fulani terrorists, rampaging people, killing people, kidnapping, ransom, nobody have ever detained them. But they detained an innocent man agitating for freedom for his people. This is the worst. They know very well what they are doing. Detaining him can never help him. It can never help them. It's better now to let them release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to go for a physical examination. Not only written in paper. I want it in action. My sister can go ahead, please.
You are right. That's exactly the point of our first topic. Why are they telling us this? Okay, this order says the ex parte application, among others, sought an order granting him leave to apply for judicial review in the form of an order of mandamus compelling the respondents, who is the DSS and their chairperson, to allow him unhindered access to his medical doctors, to enable them to conduct an independent examination of his present deteriorating health condition, as earlier ordered by the Federal Court of Abuja, Quran Honorable Justice Binta Nyako, on the 21st of October of 2021. That's the first time that this lady, Binta Nyako, said to let him go and see his doctors. But they have, of course, ignored it and continue to persecute an unprosecutable man, an innocent man. And they continue to detain him illegally and continue to maltreat him and torture him mentally, physically, and otherwise. But they have been asked to do this since October of 2021. Now she said it again on I think it was the first, maybe the second, first or the second of February 2023. So this is the second time she's giving this order. But of course, the DSS and their chairperson or whatever, their director, doesn't understand these simple words. In addition, he sought, that's our leader sought, an order of his honorable court granting leave to the applicant to apply for judicial review in the form of an order of mandamus compelling the respondent, DSS again, to avail the applicant, Mazi Iyke, with all his medical records. Let me tell you, our leader did not stop in any way in what he was asking. He asked for everything. Kanu listed some of the records he would require from the DSS, including his admission records, medical and clinical notes, nursing notes, observation charts, documentation during treatment or stay in a hospital, laboratory test results, pharmaceutical records, radiological scans, images and reports, blood transfusion records, psychotherapy and rehabilitative treatment records, clinical findings, as well as diagnosis and treatment prescribed records. You know our leader. Everybody, every one of us listening know our leader. We know him very well. He's getting into like what? You know? Computer. You remembered everything to ask. Give it to them.
You know what? All these are the properties of our leader, Mazi Iyke, and he needs this from them. Let me tell you, if Nyako have tell this DSS, whatever you call them, order them to allow our leader to see a medical doctor and they refuse. So, what do you want to tell me? That Nyako is on the judge here. He is supposed to take action. Action needs to be taken. That is the law. That's why they don't obey their own law. They don't respect nobody. You just give an advice what to do. Carry it out. Nobody will carry it out. And then those responsibility will not hold them accountable. Listen, my sister, they know what they are doing. You only talking through their mouth. I need action. Enough of all this nonsense is enough. Let them do action. Or I need to get out from the jail. The leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. For what reason? For their selfish interests.
You are right. You are so right. What she is doing is giving them advice. Because if she really wants to make something stick to this Department of State Services, DSS, if she really wants something to stick and the law enforced, she could have ordered an arrest of somebody in that department. But she has not ordered for any arrest. Time after time, she will say stuff and nobody listens to her. Give the man his clothes to wear, nobody listens. Give the man his proper medical attention, nobody listens. Give the man some food to eat, nobody listens to her. And she has never ordered that any one of those people be taken to jail and jailed for flaunting and for not listening to what she's saying. She has never. So she's just giving them advice. They're all on the same page. They're all Fulani people trying to subjugate and suppress the children of Chukwukika. And they're failing. Every time they put anything in their books, they fail. Sister Cecilia, how do you feel so far about this?
I just think it's just a sham of the judicial system. Like we've rightly said, my sister rightly said it. It since the June of 2021 that he was extraordinarily rendition to Nigeria. Everything, every command or law or whatever has been passed in that court, nobody carries it out, and there is no consequence for disobeying the law or the court orders. There is just no consequence. But what I think is because there is no consequence, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is an evil man. There is no consequence because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a well-known IPOB leader. There is no consequence because they just want to play around with his time and his life. This is all Binta Nyako is doing. And remember that they had already threatened Binta Nyako's husband and the son. So whatever she's saying here, if nobody carries it out, Binta Nyako doesn't care. And so when you look at the Nigerian judicial system, you start wondering, is it a bulldog without any teeth? This is what it actually is, especially when it comes to our fellow Biafrans. They just talk, and there is no action. Anybody, it has been said, even his clothing to be changed. And I bet you, if Mazi Nnamdi comes back, if Nnamdi Kanu comes back to court today, he will still wear that trendy he's been wearing since 2021, which is a shame to Nigeria. You know, look at the way they are presenting themselves to the international world. It's just a sham. They say they have justice system. Their justice system it's like it has no grounds, no basis. They talk, and there is no action. Give him his eyeglasses, nobody has given it till tomorrow. Give him his prayer paraphernalia, nobody has given it. Give him a change of clothes, no. Give him food, common food to eat. They don't do it. And they continually starve our leader in jail. Because nobody is obeying their law. Their law has no teeth whatsoever. But when it comes to our people, when it comes to Biafra, that's only when they know how to exercise their authority, how to exercise their power. But when it applies to them, no, nobody carries it out. DSS, nobody has been jailed for all this nonsense behavior. And yet, they call themselves a country. Yet, the judicial system look at themselves. Every day they dress up with their white, whatever that thing is, that they put on their head. And they come out, and they look like respectable people. Yet, they speak, and nobody obeys their orders, and there is no consequence for disobedience. Our Onyendu needs to go to see his doctor. Our Onyendu, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, needs to go see his doctor. And in fact, the guy who wrote that article said it has to be an supervised attention from his medical doctor. That's what he needs. And even when we go back, why is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu still in jail? This same court, Binta Nyako's court, was the one that acquitted him. He's still under their jurisdiction. Nobody is saying anything. Everybody just keep quiet because he's an evil man, because he's an indigenous person. He's the leader, the prestigious leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. I think it is high time, Binta Nyako. If you are really who you say you are, it is high time you start applying punishment for people who disobey your orders. Don't think because you are a woman, and don't just sit down there like a figurehead. It is high time you start punishing these DSS people for disobeying your orders. I don't know, maybe if you were a man, it would have been different. But even if you were a man, all of you are Fulani people. It is high time you start making sure that your word is followed by action. You cannot just sit down there. Every day you come and give orders and nothing is done and you don't take any action. I think it shows the weakness on your part.
My dear sister, do you think that's weakness, or do you think that is the modus operandi of Nigeria?
And she, every time she sits down and gives an order.
Well, let me tell you other people who have given orders that they have flaunted in the past. fearless evangelist Madu Abuchi made us understand that John Sobo gave order in the past, in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the nation of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and they didn't obey it. That somebody, Ademola, gave an order in the past, 2015, 2017, they didn't obey it. Ahmed Mohammed, another judge, 3 judges now, different judges, they have never obeyed. The one that happened in Umuahia, while Onyendu was in detention this time, they haven't obeyed it. Twice in Umuahia, they have given us favorable, verdict. Nobody moves. Nobody even flinches. It's like it didn't happen. So they systematically has always been, like Mazi Alozie was saying this morning, the humanization of our people, dehumanization of our people. Sorry about that. Tongue-tied, too early for me. Humanization of our people has gone overboard. Like somebody going naked in the bank, dehumanizing us everywhere. Nigeria is a country of gangsters, run by gangsters. They don't pay attention to their law. These things that they call law in Nigeria is cut and paste. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made us know this. Cut and paste. They went to British law. They cut and paste some and put it together. They went to American law. They cut and paste some, put it. They went to Chinese law. They cut and paste. They went to Bangladesh. They cut and paste. And they put it all together. So it's a smorgasbord of all kinds of stupidity that they themselves don't believe. They themselves don't understand. They themselves don't know how those things work. They think they have law. There is no law there. Well, Dr. Pechuku, whatever they're planning, whatever their modus operandi is, I want to let them know, this Anyako, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not an ordinary man. This man needs to go see his doctor. That is what we are talking about now. He needs to go see his doctor. And like my sister said, he has listed out every document he needs for that basis. And I'm saying that Nigeria, you need to wake up. DSS. Let this man go and see his doctor. Let him go and see his doctor. You know he has problem with his heart. He has problem with his GI. He needs to go see his doctor. Most of you in that DSS, I'm sure you've been going to the hospital for one time to the other. This man needs to go see his doctor. I don't care what you're doing in that court. I don't care what your decision is. Neither do I care who are. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu needs, he needs to go see his doctor. And whatever you are doing, do it fast. You've been drawing blood from this young man all the time. You've been doing all sorts of tests. He needs all those documents. The documents belong to him to an independent doctor so that they can check him out. He needs to be checked out. And this is what I'm saying. He has to go to his doctor. Your judicial system, no matter what you think you are, no matter what you all are doing there, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu needs to go see an independent medical practitioner. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, let me add something on this. Nigerian government have known, they have seen, understand very well how they have tortured our leader for no reason. And now, this is the time, for them, writing a long note. That's okay for the world to see. But it doesn't, I don't welcome it. What we need now is action in the part of our leader. Our leader is suffering, continues suffering for no reason. Court granted application. How many lawsuits have Nigeria received? How many have they answered? How many have they settled? Nigeria is just sitting there. People have
No matter whatever they do, you don't obey your own order. You want somebody else to obey your order. Listen, law in Nigeria are made for the minorities, for the poor people who have nobody to speak to them. This is Nigeria. The injustice going on. All these people running around for Nigeria to be together. First of all, they have to discuss, they have to settle the injustice and the injustice in that country. Because if not, they are not going anywhere. Let our people, let our leader go. That's what we are. Is it a big deal to let an innocent man to go and to meet the medical doctor? Why you keep the terrorists floating, killing people? You detain an innocent man. But these people, Nigerian government, you're gonna get tired. You're gonna get tired and oh my God. My sister, go ahead. This Nigerian government, they are evil. Evil. They have no shame. They continue to shame all the countries in Africa. Nigeria should get up and change what they are doing that is wrong and reduce our leader today and tomorrow.
You're right. You are very right, because the article continues to say that, let me tell you, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's brain is like a computer, like the women sang. And our lawyer's brain is, oh, thank you, like computer, supercomputer put together now. Is working so fast, Nigeria cannot contain us. Kanu argued that Section 7 of the Anti-Torture Act of 2017 provided that a person arrested, detained, or undergoing custodial investigation shall have the right to demand a physical and psychological examination by an independent and competent doctor of his own choice after interrogation, which shall be conducted outside the influence of the police or the security forces. This is in the law, like I'm telling you. They are cutting and pasting from all over the place, putting it in their books, but they really don't know what the books say. This is in the law of Nigeria, what I just read to you, and that's what the lawyers have quoted back to Binta Nyako and her court, and they still cannot do anything. They wrote in their law that anybody held in their custody can ask for an independent doctor and should actually be given free hand to go and choose a doctor and meet that doctor and make sure to have a physical and all kinds of evaluations done on him. They put it in their books, but they cannot follow their own rules. Look at what Brother Joe wrote this morning. Without Biafra, and this is what Mazi was saying, without Biafra, we are gone. Their strategy is to emasculate evil businesses. Brother Joe, I'm telling you, it's not only evil businesses, to emasculate all of us, living in diaspora, living in Nigeria, or living in Biafra. Emasculate all of us and the industries. But thanks to Chukwu Kikabiam, because this evil plan shall lead to the end of the zoo. Look at what is happening in the banks today in the zoo. It's going to end it. Now the uploading revolution will start, because people have now seen that they have been dehumanized and they can't take it anymore. They will even dehumanize themselves to the point of going naked in public to get their own money that they put inside an institution called the bank. According to Onyendu, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Biafra will come as a miracle. The miracle will happen in front of me and you, and it will happen in front of Binta Nyako, whether she's being blackmailed or not, and whether she wants to make her laws, the laws of their land, stick or not, and whether Nigeria wants to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or not. We demand that their courts have actually broken all their ligaments in their body and broken their bones, and they're left for dead now
that they must release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We're not begging. You know who Nigeria is. Now people are crying for that to get their money even to eat, not for business even. Now the money is not there, but the money Nigeria created is in the hand of terrorists. The terrorists have the money. They have surplus of money to buy anything they want to start killing people. But now, see those who have money. Our leader told our people this before to take out their money. And also, our head of GOS, Mazi Iyke, also told our people 2 weeks ago or a month ago to go and get your money and do whatever you want to do with it. You know, change it to other foreign currency. Today, how long ago, see what is happening in the bank. I cry for Nigerians, those who call themselves Nigerians. Even we are still in Nigeria suffering, we cry, I cry for our people. I'm telling you, our people are suffering. Our people are going hell. Our people are suffering from the federal government and from their own brothers and sisters, brothers who call themselves governors. Very shameful. Never before in where we come from. Never before.
So in all of this, Sister Cecilia, what do we expect? We know what we want from Nigeria. We want Nigeria to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu even as we speak, right now, to go and see a doctor. Release the man. Release the man. That's what we want. But what do we expect, Sister Cecilia? What do we really expect? Do we have any hope?
I expect that Nigeria will do what they say they are going to do. They have not done it in the past. But this time, this man is sick and he needs to go see his doctor. Like you've read in their own constitution, they have it there written that anybody who is incarcerated, it is their own right, it is their right to go to see a medical doctor of their choice. And I am hoping that they will allow this to happen. I am hoping, Nigeria, I am hoping. I know that in the past you have not kept to the instructions of the courts. Even the least instruction you have not adhered to it. But this one, this health, for health reason, I want to give you the benefit of the doubt that you will allow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, according to your own laws, to get a doctor of his choice and get an independent assessment from a medical doctor. His health is of utmost importance. You may think he is just one man, but that man is a multitude, whether you like it or not. He's not a person to be toyed with, neither is he a person to be stifled. Nigeria, you are holding a keg of bomb in your own hand. He must go to see his doctor. He must let nothing happen to our leader. He must go to see his doctor. I am giving you the benefit of the doubt. I know in the past you have not listened, but this time you must listen whether you like it or not. So my expectation is that they will let Mazi Nnamdi Kanu go to see his own doctor. Thank you.
Thank you very much. No business as usual. No business. We want to tell Nigeria, this is no business as usual time. You might think you want to have your election. We have nothing to say to you about that. You might think you want to change your money and starve everybody, and it's worse in Biafra land than it's anywhere else. You might want to do whatever you want to implement in your zoo. No problem to us. But this is not time for your business as usual, because this is the life of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra online. His life is online, and we're not going to play with you. That's just it's so simple. We're just women trying to say, let our people go, because one of my brothers told me here locally, And I think our leader said it even online on air one time. You are regretting Boko Haram. Oh. Watch out. Biafra Haram will be worse. So let our people go. Let Mazi Nnamdi Kanu go so that he can see a doctor who can take care of his condition. We are just telling you, as humble Biafran women, telling every Biafran and everybody in the zoo, including the masked man, the mask wearer, Buhari, and Malami, the deaf one, the Sharia, federal government, whatever, attorney general. We're telling you, it's a warning. Let this man go. Biafrans are not going to take this one easy. Let my leader go. That's the last warning. Like my sister say, we have not expected you to act right in the past because you're gangsters. But now we expect you to do the right thing because fire will consume you. You know what? Nigerian government is worse than animal. You know, they are almost 4 months now. How many days now? 4 months since our leader was discharged by their own court. By their own court. It's not American court. It's not Philippine court. This is Nigerian court. They discharged and acquitted. And our leader is suffering. You know, they have something, they are planning something. And they want the election to be done. Playing the election game with our leader, with the Biafran people. You know, they know what they are doing. They are evil. When we call Nigeria, I'm talking Nigerian government. Nigerian government is evil. That is why they brought a fake Buhari here. You know, the treat, because the man is not even Nigeria. All of them Fulani is not even Nigeria or are living in Nigeria. It's from another place. They brought the man in Nigeria to come and do the damage. And the damage is being done. You use innocent people doing this damage instead of the Boko Haram, the Fulani terrorists, all those people you created in the north. You don't use them to damage your life. You're suffering our leader. You're gonna get tired. I'm telling you, Nigerian government, you have done it. You have done the worst of the worst. And sisters, let's consider 2 things together. Let's reiterate to all and sundry, everyone out there, that all the criminalities that they have injected into Biafra land is not being caused by IPOB or ESN. That's number 1. Is evil deeds. IPOB is for the peace of our people. We are suffering ourselves. We are paying money from overseas. We are dying on the ground to restore the sovereign nation of Biafra. We do not want any suffering to come to anybody that is in Biafra land. But evil people continue to inject all sorts of insecurities into our land. Now, while you're considering that, also consider that the same evil people, the agendas, the evil men and women on the ground, politicians, are trying every day to say something about our DOS, the leadership of indigenous people of Biafra, our HDOS, everybody in leadership. We want these people to back off. And if you come at us like we say in the United States, if you come at us like Martin Luther was saying earlier, if you come at us, we're going to fight you. I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, when I'm fighting you, don't think I'm fighting you. I'm fighting to get free. I'm fighting for Biafra. And I told you, like Mazi, somebody else says, we don't care whether it's our mother or our father. If you come against us regarding this issue of restoring Biafra, he's on. He's on. We're going to fight to the finish. Onye boso, like a Biafran child says, onye boso ne. We're going to make sure that Biafra comes. So my sisters, see, deal with these two problems. The reiteration of no criminalities in Biafra land, and IPOB and ESN has nothing to do with it. And also, you back off our leadership. Sister Cecilia. Yes, thank you, Dr. Berichuku. You know, it's disheartening that people can be accusing ESN at this time. Remember when ESN was formed by our able leader, Mazi Iyke? That Christmas, people who traveled and went to Biafra land, they came back reporting that it was so peaceful, that it was peaceful, they had never seen it before. And so when I look at all these people trying to accuse ESN IPOB, they are just trying to blackmail them. They are just trying to make them look bad. But we know, we who are Biafrans, know that the IPOB and ESN, both of them we are all together in this fight to make sure that when our mothers go to the farm, they are not harassed. When our young girls go to the farm, they are not killed. When our fathers go to the farm, they go and farm peacefully and come back home. This is what ESN was formed for, to maintain peace and order in our bushes, to maintain peace and order in our land. And when you look at people right now, they say every little thing. If they kill somebody, they say it's ESN. They go to steal in a bank, they say it's ESN. ESN does not have a hand in all of this. IPOB does not have a hand in all of this. Now, when you look at what the politicians themselves, it is the politicians who are creating all this havoc in our land. It is the politicians, the different political groups, because the election is close by. They go about fighting against one another, killing their opponents, burning their houses, burning their cars, burning villages, burning markets. It is the politicians. Ask what is his name? That man in Imo State, Uzodinjo, ask him what is going on. Ask Uzodinjo what is going on. Recently, a man's house, Ikenga, was burnt down to ashes. All the cars, about 30 cars in front of his house burnt. Who orchestrated them? And he said before they could come out, even to do any investigation, Uzodinma came out and gave a public statement. And Uzodinma was expecting that he would die because he was working in the opposing political party. What kind of rubbish is this? And you start asking yourself, what kind, Uzodinma, I don't even know what you're doing in our land. You ought to go and meet the Fulani. That's really where you belong. Because you're causing so much havoc in our land. Innocent people are being killed every day. Our young men are missing every day. People are being beheaded because of the stupid governors that they have in Biafra land. All of you in Biafra land, all of you, none exempt. You sit down there, things are going wrong, nobody can say anything. Instead, you are at the background, fueling it, helping the opponent, helping your people to go kill the opponent's group. And then they say there is insecurity in Biafra land. We in Biafra, we are a very peaceful people. In Biafra, we are very peaceful. Uzodinma, leave our land alone. Leave our people alone. And all of you governors in Biafra land that don't have any more mouth to talk, people like Umahi, leave our land alone because you're causing so much mayhem. Our people are dying for no just cause. Our people are missing every day. Our people are being incarcerated every day. Our land is peaceful. And then when they go and they break the bank, they break the prison, they do all their mayhem, then they get a Biafran flag and stick it by the side and say, you see, Biafrans are doing this. And all they are doing is just to blackmail ESN and Biafra. All they are doing is to discourage
our people. Biafrans, listen to me. We know who we are. We are hardworking, we are peaceful, we are progressive people. We are not as retrogressive as the rest of Nigeria. Do not be discouraged when you see these things happening. It is the evil governors we have in our midst, the evil political parties we have in our midst. They are the ones causing this mayhem in our land. ESN is there for you, Biafrans. IPOB is there for every one of us. GOS is there for all of us. We must support them. We see what is happening now. It is happening at a small level. We cannot allow these people to overrun us. If we allow them overrun us, what is happening now will be a child's play. We need to be strong, Biafrans. Don't let anybody confuse you. Don't let everybody take away your focus from Biafra. It is Biafra or Biafra or Biafra. That's all we ask for. So, I just want to encourage Biafrans. The evil you see happening in our land, ESN has no hand in it. IPOB has no hand in it. It is these evil governors, these politicians, evil politicians, fighting against themselves and killing one another. When you say this type of thing, we've given you numbers to our DOS. We've given you numbers to our security line. Call and report this thing. Because otherwise, they will tag it and say it is ESN, it is IPOB. But we know who we are. We know we don't meddle with such nonsense. We know we are superior to them. We cannot condescend to such a level. We know that Biafrans are great and mighty people. So, beloved Biafrans, be encouraged. Be strong. Do not give up. Be strong. Report any evil that you see around you. Report it. And do not participate. Please do not participate in their evil plan. All these political leaders, do not participate in their evil plan. Stand strong. We are whiter than white. We are whiter than snow. Let your hands be clean. Let your hands be clean and support our ESN and our DOS. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Sister Kanu, what do you think about especially the fact that they're attacking our leaders all the time?
Yes. First of all, I'm going to get there. I'm going to get in there. Let me support Sister Cecilia on what he's saying about insecurity in Biafra land. But I know it is very disappointing that our own people, those Ikoya governors, can do this to us. It's very disappointing. It makes me shed tears every day when I remember this. That our people, those you call to protect you, those you call to represent you in the federal government, those you call to be there for you, are the people organizing insecurity, bringing those who kill you. Our own people doing this to us. Are you going to blame now Fulani herdsmen? I know they are on rampage, but who brought them in our land? Who organized this insecurity to kill our own people? Many of our people have run away from their villages. Some people have no place to live anymore. And then you say you have the governors, and you're getting ready again to vote for somebody. Any human being again who can rule you. Anybody coming to a Biafra land is now gonna be worse than what you are seeing. That's why you have to use your tongue. You have to use your tongue right now and count your teeth. What you have to do. Either you join to restore Biafra or you go and vote for your slave masters. My people, listen, since Uzodinjo came to Imo State, since he came to Imo State never rests. Imo State is burning. Why you go and call Eastern Security Network or IPOB, who are there to protect that? Listen, people have to understand that IPOB fought by Onion Johnson and Kanu. We have a mission. That's to restore Biafra, to save our people from suffering. And also, the Eastern Security Network, funded by Mazi Iyke, have a mission also. That's to protect our people. Being killed, all those people being pursued from the farm. That's they're watching and protecting our people. All these people, these two IPOB Eastern Security Network will never and never go against their own people and kill their own people for no reason. Therefore, my people, especially those in Biafra land, you have to understand that whatever is happening to you is those you call your governors. But I'm telling these 4 or 5 Eastern governors today to stop what they are doing to their own people. That is time for 5 of them to get together to plan on what to do. I want them to repent, to change their mentality towards their own people. What if they are doing is such a good thing? The North, they think about the North. The Eastern region, they think about the North. To bring the enemies to kill your own people. It's very shameful, very, very shameful. Very, very. This nonsense should stop. I'm telling you. Uzodinjo, you have been doing it to our people. All other governors are doing it. There is no road to Biafra land. But you have all the money. You are shipping it in Switzerland, shipping it in America, while your own people suffer. It's heartbreaking. Oh my Jesus, help us. What is happening in Biafra land? You are treating your people in this manner. Eh? What type of idiotic people do we have in government? Only for power. You are there for power and you cannot defend your own people. Your people are suffering for hunger, suffering for disease, no hospital, no road, no food, nothing, and your parading has a relation anymore. May God polish all of you in the office. Shame to you, stupid, idiotic people. Shame to all of you. Now, my sister, I'm going to say something about those castigating the leadership of this movement. Remember, wherever you are, you listening to me, wherever you are, I'm telling you that, when you say a negative word against these men in office, you are increasing the sufferings of our leader in jail. You are increasing the sufferings of our leader. If you agree with Mazi Iyke, you love him and you hate those he put in office to continue this mission, my dear sister, my dear brother, you are making a great mistake. If you are one of them, I will encourage you to go and look for a medical doctor. He has to examine you, your mental status. You may be sick. You may be sick. If you can go against these men who are doing all they can to protect our people, to make sure this mission move forward. Without saying much, if I can ask, any of you criticizing the leadership of this movement, my sister, my brothers, for all the jobs they are doing, sleepless night, the castigation you have been giving them, not supporting them on what they are doing. How much do you pay them a month? Or how much do you pay them a year? to survive and to feed their family. Never you think that it is easy. I am telling you, it is not. But apart from all this, they have devoted themselves to carry this mission forward, to make sure that Biafra is restored. And you are in one part criticizing them, languishing their names. My brothers and sisters, if you are doing this thing, go and check for a certificate informing you. I am telling you right now, because if you're one of these, you have to stop it. Because the Biafra they are suffering to restore is the Biafra for all of us. It's not their personal property. They are here today. They have resisted all your castigation. I thank God because they have understanding people around them who know the reason of the meaning of restoring Biafra and who is supporting them for them to move forward. It's not easy, my brothers and sisters. It is not easy. These men working so hard, you have to pray for them. You have to give them all the support you can. Because if you don't, you continue criticizing them, know that the land of Biafra will not contain you. I am praying upon them this morning that Chukwukikabiama may continue to bless all of them, all the leadership of this movement, those our leader put in place to carry on this mission in his absence. May Chukwukikabiama continue to bless all of you. No matter what the enemy says about you, please, my brothers, move forward. We need to go home. We need to restore Biafra. We did it. Never look backward. Look forward. Direct us. We have to understand. We have to listen what they are telling to us. We have to work with them. We have to go forward. For this reason, I'm asking Chukwukikabiama to give them this strength, the knowledge, the understanding, and the wisdom to carry this mission forward, to move IBOP worldwide forward, till we restore the land of the rising sun. Because our people, many have died for this struggle. And you, a foolish man or woman, is under your pillow, wherever you are, talking nonsense against the innocent ones, working assiduously for you. Either you go to social media and you write nonsense, bringing confusion everywhere. Instead of doing something to move the struggle forward, and you're bringing confusion, God will never allow it. Chukwukikabiama will never spare all of you. My brothers and sisters in leadership of this great movement, move forward. At least you have some people backing you, supporting you. Biafra we need, and Biafra we will restore in our own time. Thank you, sister. Thank you very, very much. Well said and nothing to be added. Yes, you want to say something else? Yeah, you just said nothing to be added. You want me to say something? No, if you want to, that's fine, but I'm moving on. Nothing really to be added. I just want to address our leader, Chika. Hello? Yeah, we hear you. We hear you, Wanda. We hear you, but Wanda Cecilia is speaking. Yes, I just want to say something to Cecilia. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Chika is okay. I want you to know that we, the Biafran women in America, we support you 110%. Yes. You may not come out to do all the political gymnastics, but you are a great man. You are a man of vision. You are in your quiet way. You are able to lead. And I want you to know that we appreciate you. And I also want to appreciate your family. Yeah, it's not easy, like my sister has said it. Life overseas is not easy. But that you brought out yourself to do this, or our leader put you there to do this, and you've been doing it, with all of your heart. Please, do not let these people trying to discourage you. Don't let them have any effect on you. I know they have been. Hello. I hijack that. Hold on, we hear you. That our Onyendu has set up, and they have tried and they have failed, and they will continually fail because the structure is firm. The structure is solid. Nothing can change it. So I am saying to all of you in the social media, all of you who are criticizing our leader, all of us cannot be leaders. The only thing you can do as a good follower is to support your leader. Support your leader, whatever you can do. If you're in the social media, give him words of encouragement. He needs faith. Up there, it is very, very lonely. But down here, we have myriads of people. Encourage our leader. Leaders need encouragement. Leaders need prayer. Leaders we need to hold up their hand. We need to hold up their hand. Let me tell you right now. You may be thinking Chika Idozie is not doing what he's supposed to do. I believe he is doing what he's supposed to do. Chika Idozie knows more than all of you out there. And he knows the strategy. This is not a war of mouth. It is a war of strategy. Let us strategize. Let us support our leader. But above all, let us pray for them. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mother Cecilia. Mother Kunde, can you hear us clearly? I am going to have to drop Mother Kunde, ask my question, and then bring her back. But our next question is, I'm going to ask the question. Our next question is, Biafrans, why are Igbo politicians appearing in Zamfara, KB, and all kinds of places in the north, promising them to solve their problems of insecurity, poverty, and unemployment for those people? But they're not even mentioning that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still being held by DSS, even when he has been discharged and acquitted. They're not mentioning that there is insecurity all over Biafra land. You will never hear it from their mouth that Uli was bombed in the middle of the day. Houses brought down, people killed, and nobody said PIM. No PIM coming out of any politician's mouth. What is wrong with our people that I can manuzo? We go to KB, we go to Zamfara, we go to everywhere. We promise them we will solve your problem if you're insecurity, poverty, no problem. Unemployment, no problem. But our people are not employed. We have master's degree holders riding keke all over Nigeria. We have some of them running out of Nigeria by any means necessary. Nobody is talking about Igbo youth. Nobody. What is wrong with our politicians? Sister Cecilia, continue and I'll fix what is going on with Mwada Kune's thing. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. It is indeed a sad state of affairs that our leaders in Biafra land, Biafran-born leaders, when things happen to us, instead of them rallying around to say, how can we fix this problem? Instead of them coming around to say, to condole with those who are affected. Instead of them coming around to look at our old mothers who have run away from the village for fear of accident, for fear of being killed, for fear of all these Fulani herdsmen. Nobody says anything. I have heard several reports. When people are killed, they call the police or the army. In the next few miles, nobody comes, nobody responds, nobody does anything. It looks like our lives, the Biafrans, our lives don't matter anymore. But one thing I want to tell our politicians, you have to understand that ga-ebido n'ụlọ mara mma tupu apụọ n'ama. You are going to Zamfara, you are going to Kebbi, you are going everywhere, telling them insecurity, insecurity. Insecurity has been in Biafra land all these years. Our people are being butchered anyhow. Our young people are being killed. Their organs are harvested and sold. Nobody is saying anything. You close your mouth. You close your ears like you are deaf and dumb. While our people continue to die every day. It is a shame. Look at Aba, our own commercial center. Look at Onitsha. When there was flood, water all over the place. Nothing has been done. Look at our roads. It's like a death trap for our people. Every day accidents. Every day people are dying. Nothing is done. So go look at our villages. You go over there, our people have deserted the village because they come to kill them. Our mothers and fathers cannot go to the farm. You invite all these Fulani people. You invite the army. You invite the soldiers. They come with all their weapons just to come and kill our people. Nobody is saying anything. Look at all the killing in Enugu, in Ehamufu. Look at the killings in Ehamufu. Nobody is saying anything. But the moment you hear a thing drop in Zamfara, there you are in Zamfara, telling them, whatever it is, don't worry. I will take care of it. I will do this. Insecurity, don't worry. I will handle it. And this is the same people you all are saying you are in one Nigeria with. You know, I don't know whether it's because our people are no longer reading history. We have forgotten what happened to us. And now we are so exposed. Anything happens, we want to be the savior of every other person apart from our own people. I saw a video where Peter B went to Zamfara. And what did he go? He was promising them heaven and earth. But you come back to the east, our people are, look at Anambra State, where he comes from. Our people are being killed every day. Our people are beheaded every day. Our people are missing. Young people, their future is just cut short because our leaders, people who have been elected to make sure that they secure the lives of people and property. They have closed their ears, they've closed their eyes, they've closed their mouth. The market got born in Sokoto. They all rushed to Sokoto and were promising millions of dollars to restore the market. Yet, Onitsha market has been burning every time. Nobody says anything. No repair is done. Nobody cares. Nobody comes to the help of our people. When will we learn our lesson? All these Biafran leaders, when will you learn your lesson? You go to the north, you see how wonderful their roads are. You come back into your own mansion in your village. You open the gate. The moment you step out, you're stepping into a puddle of water. When will we learn our lesson? And I think if we cannot learn our lesson, this is one good lesson we can learn from the Fulanis. They are developing their place. They are encouraging their people. Our own people are there just to make sure that our land is destroyed. Our people are just killed anyhow. Biafran leaders, all these political leaders, you need to pay attention to what is happening. Start from your own Jerusalem before you go to Jericho. Start from your own home before you start going to Zamfara. Start from your own home. I know most of you are trying to please your Fulani masters. But even then, your people are dying. Your people are suffering. Your people are hungry. Hungry. Food to eat they don't have. I think you need to start from your own Jerusalem. Come back home and help your people. When you help, that will be a legacy that you were able to do something for your people. Look at when we had people like Michael Okpara as Prime Minister of Nigeria, how he helped the people. Look at how when we had Mbakwe, what he did for his people. That road Mbakwe built from Aba to Umuahia to Aba, that road is still the same ago they are using. It's more than 20 years in Africa. We need to help our people. If you do not help your people, whatever you do outside doesn't have any sense. When Ochuku was alive, he called his people and told them, Akurulo, Akurulo. That means whatever you have, bring it and start from home. Don't start outside. Because when you start outside, the day you die, it's all gone. But when you start inside, you can build up your family. You can build up your community. You can build up your society. The politicians, Simon, look inward and help our people. Our people are dying and suffering. Thank you.
Thank you. Mother Kunde, we were asking the fourth question about how all these politicians from Igbo land, they can go and support burning of market in Ugwu Hausa and in the north. And they never mentioned that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is incarcerated, and they never mentioned that their people are suffering, they're in poverty as well. But they're going to fix unemployment in the north, they're going to fix insecurity in the north. But our people are being bombed in Udi. What do you say about that?
My dear sister, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate we have this greedy people in power. They want power. What they want is power, nothing more. They are trying to be just and fair to their slave masters, you know? They are trying to win the enemy, displaying their willingness. They don't have no will anything. You know, they don't talk about where they come from. They go there and talk about the North. The North always talk about the North. And the Eastern now is talking about the North. And nobody cares about the East. You know, this is injustice. Those you call your own people, that's what I'm saying. Those you call your own people, they travel miles and miles and go to lick the feet of uncircumcised Fulani Caliphate because they are in government. Because they want it. Let me tell you, now is election time. That's what we call it. And that's what Nigerian people call it. You know why they are going there? They want them to select them, to give them something, to tell you now that Nigeria doesn't do election. People there is not elected. They are selected. You know, they are going there to sign paper. Do you know what they are signing? They're signing for the death of their own people. You know, these people in power, I don't know what is wrong with them. I don't know how they can continue behaving like this. Only that they are in power. Their power is enough for them. But they forget that this caliphate, they have been killing us since 1945. They forget about that. They don't care about it. Now, you see, as my sister has said, you see all the things happening in the Eastern region. Well, my sisters, we have to bear in mind that they are the people causing the havoc and the mayhem in the Eastern region. So, how do you think they are going to talk about it? They have jumped over it and jumped to the north. As my sister said, they come to their home and start killing their own people. What a disgrace, please. Where did these people come from? I'm telling you, they are pregnant by Fulani. I'm telling you, these people are not Igbos because Igbo doesn't behave like this. You want your own people dead and you want to keep your enemy and bring your enemy in your land. You take your land. Can you believe this? You are telling me that this can happen. I thank Mazi Iyke, the lessons he has given us. How will I understand all this? Who should have told me this? I will die ignorant without knowing what is happening. It's Mazi Iyke that opened my eyes. I'm telling you. That's why why I'm here today in Biafra struggle. Nnamdi Kanu opened my eyes, you know. How do you think? You may be, your people may be doing all these things. You may be wondering what happened. How many people can be doing this? Now they're protecting their enemies. Or you never care about your own people. Rather you join hands with the enemy, you bring them home, and you show them your villages. You say, go ahead and kill my own people, only to please your slave masters. You think they will like you? They are watching you, and you're putting yourself in a great problem. After they have finished killing your own people, and they will kill you. They will do the same thing because they know that you are stupid. They know that you are ignorant. Coming to lick the feet of uncircumcised Fulani Caliphate, and you take note and you sign it. Maybe you didn't read that too. You know, they are telling you they are coming to finish your people. You have taken the paper and you sign it. And when they come, you will not say anything. Hey, my people, this is my people back home, and those who cast vote, who pretend they are casting vote. This is a big lesson for all of you. I do not tell you don't vote to nobody, but you have to. Why are you voting? You know the one coming now will be worse than what you have. You never know. You have to be very careful with Nigerian government and all of those they put in government in the Eastern region. All of them are the same. As they plan the insecurity in our land, is how now they are planning. They are planning how to protect only the North. And those who call your own people have appraised this. They have taken it to themselves that the North is what matters and their own people doesn't matter. How can this thing happen? For me, sometimes I cannot believe it. In reality, for what I'm seeing, it is true. It is happening. That your own people can sue you because of power, because in the office. And when they enter that office, nothing. See how road is. See how road is. The market destroyed in Kanu, you want to rebuild? How many of them have been destroyed in the Eastern region? People's businesses, market, they never talk. None of them have said a word. All of them keep mute. I'm happy moving as an innocent, educated people. But to me, all of them are fools. All of these people in government are fools. I'm telling you, this is stupid. After they go to North, Sultan of Sokoto, whatever, you know, whatever they are signing, that their people are signing is something people have to think twice. They are signing to finish our people. This is what they are doing. And what is happening now, let me say this, P2B and whoever win an election, governorship or whatever, they are not taking care of you. You see how their land is. It will be worst. It will be worst. They want to kill all of us. As soon as there's no road, I wonder how when they take their private jet, if they enter their room with their private jet, I don't know. Look at how road is. Dust everywhere. And if you see how they dress, you think that they are human beings. They have no shame on themselves. These politicians, hold them accountable for what is happening to you. They are foolish and dangerous, especially to their own people. They are good outside. In the north, they are good. Yoruba people, they are good. When they come to their land, they open the door, kill my people. Nobody talks. After we are saying, to fight for their own right, these governors, one man, for example, in Imo State, is not up to, no, I don't know why our people can allow this to happen. Enough of this. My people learn from the happenings. Learn what is happening. There is no leader you will bring that will better everything. The only option is Biafra. Come together. Let's fight for Biafra and get it and once forever and go home and rebuild our motherland. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sister Kunne. I am very grateful for what you have said. You have said a mouthful. It's a lot that you have said. I hope all Biafrans have heard this rendition because this is a great program today. Thank you, my sister. But I want to ask one last question because I saw something, I think in another Nigerian newspaper that says that Google says that Dangote owns Nigeria. And I thought, yeah, well, kind of true, but my but is, who really owns Nigeria? Think about it. Who really owns Nigeria? Because Nigeria is not owned by the people of Nigeria, the one Nigerian is people who say they are Nigerians. They have no say in Nigeria. Like we have made clear from the get-go this morning, that the court system is not owned by Nigeria. They do whatever they want. The business is not owned by Nigeria. The banks are shut down and don't give you your money until you dehumanize yourself. The social system is broke down. Everywhere we are in diaspora, we are suffering. And somebody gave me a challenge over social media about a lady who is being persecuted for, I think, pushing down an elderly person or hurting an elderly person. I don't remember. And I said, this is some of the ways that Nigeria has totally failed us. Nigeria has failed everyone who lived in it, who schooled in it. We don't have what it takes to be human beings, functioning human beings as Nigerians. That's why we want Biafra, so that we can be full functioning human beings. But who really owns Nigeria, Sister Cecilia?
Thank you very much, my sister. When we talk about ownership of something, we talk about the rightful possession of that thing. When you possess something, you own it. You can hold it. You can talk to the thing. You can do whatever you want to do with it. You can give it away if you want. The owner of a thing is the person who rightfully possesses that thing. When we talk about Dangote, you say Google say Dangote is the owner of Nigeria. I don't know what they mean by owner in that sense, but I know that Dangote has the monopoly of cement production in Nigeria. All other cement production companies have all been closed down because they are not Fulani. Dangote is a Fulani man, and now he has the monopoly of producing cement all over Nigeria. Maybe if that's the basis on which they say Dangote is the owner, I don't agree with them, but if that's their basis, that's left to them. Like I said, when you talk about ownership of something, that person has complete control. Dangote does not have complete control of Nigeria. He only knows about his cement business and his Fulani cohorts. We also had another cement company in the east owned by an Igbo man many, many years ago. And that cement factory was known as Ibeto Cement. That Ibeto Cement has been closed down now. And if there be any other cement factory in Nigeria, it's all been closed down. Surely politically, Nigeria is owned by Britain. It's Britain that decides what happens in Nigeria. Britain has the remote control, whether we like it or not. All these people, Buhari, Malami, everybody. Look at Catriona Land. She's the British High Commission in Nigeria. She hops from one town to the other, visiting all the leaders, giving them ideas, and at this time of election, maybe telling them who they are going to elect and who they are going to choose, not even electing, who they are going to. Catriona Land has been hopping from one place to the other, trying to influence the politics of Nigeria. You look at Nigeria economically, China has taken over. And so many young people today believe that China has the upper hand in the business in Nigeria. Then you look at it also, America is on the other side with their democracy. They come with democracy, they see the only what they want to see, and the ones they don't want to see, they don't see it. And then you start wondering, who is actually in control of Nigeria? I think Britain is in control of Nigeria. Britain owns Nigeria. Britain tells them what to do. You know, we used to have the Royal Niger Company. You remember that gas station? It was owned by British, and up till today, it is still owned by Britain. Britain gets all the natural resources. They get all the oil they want. They have all the refineries. They come, they take whatever they want, and they go away. Politically, they use the remote control and control them from wherever they are, and our people, all they do is yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. Whatever they say, they smile, whether they understand it or not, they just grin and do what Britain wants them to do. They say they have gold in Zamfara. Who are the people mining the gold? I now know, I hear that the Chinese people have taken over that gold mine in Zamfara. So you see, I don't know where Google got this idea of Dangote owning Nigeria. Dangote does not own anything. It does not own Nigeria. The people that own Nigeria is Britain, and they are controlling, remote controlling from wherever they are. They have taken our natural resources. They are now taking our mental resources. All our resources is controlled by Britain. Whatever Catriona says, that's what happens in Nigeria. So I beg to refuse, and I beg to refute whatever Google is saying. Britain owns Nigeria. We are Nigerians. They look at us and they say, oh, this is the giant of Africa. We are not any giants. We are just the midgets of Africa. That's what Nigeria has reduced itself to. Because Nigeria has failed to govern itself. Nigeria does not have a justice system. Nigeria does not have a financial system. Nigeria has nothing. It's what Britain tells. That's what they do. Thank you. Thank you very much, my sister. Well spoken again. Nigeria, no matter what Google says, is really owned by Britain. But as you explained, it seems like everybody's in there vying for their own share of Nigeria, except Nigerians. Instead of being the giant that they have been called, they are the midgets. That's a great analogy. Sister Kunle, do you have anything to add before we bow out? Yes, I do have something to add, you know. This time I can say that Google did not provide accurate information here. I don't believe Google. Dangote is nothing. What I understand, Dangote is nothing but the richest man in Africa, or you call it Nigeria, whatever. Nigeria is supposed to be a country, as many people believe. Unfortunately, Nigeria, we all know, as my sister said, if you are in full control of something, you can be the owner. Who is controlling Nigeria today is Britain. It's Britain that created Nigeria. And how does Britain create Nigeria? Is something because if not, till I die, I will not know that Nigeria was a royal Niger company. This particular company was sold and bought by British government or British whatever. And that name, Royal Company, when they bought it, and the legally came to Nigeria and named this particular company and named it Nigeria. That's how the name of Nigeria came. And now Nigeria became independent on October 1st, 1960. This is where Nigeria is owned by the Britain. And how was Nigeria created? Nigeria was created for a business. Our leader was saying business entity. And many of us may be angry. Many of us may not understand what our leader is saying. As we move forward in this struggle, I'm understanding and assimilating a lot of the things our leader has said to us. Nigeria was created for all about money, to make profit. That is to tell you Nigeria is a business entity owned by Britain. Nigeria, as what I read, was never meant to be a democratic country or never meant to be a real country. It was made for a profit, where people will go and make money and make profit. My dear brothers and sisters, what is happening today in our land, in the whole Nigeria, is all about money. See, election is going, they are killing people for money, rituals, all this type of thing. Nigeria, this is what to tell you, that Nigeria is made for all about money. Nigeria is made for profit. It's not to protect anybody. It's not to secure anybody. That's why you see insecurity all over, and nobody talks about them. They move on anyway for their election. This is all about money. That's how Nigeria is made. We will never have a solution to solve our problem if you don't know where that problem begins. I'm telling you, our problem begins from who is Nigeria and how Nigeria was born and how Nigeria was created. That is why, my brothers and sisters, wherever you are listening today, our leader Mazi Iyke devoted his time in teaching us. He taught us a lot of things. That is why I know what I know today about Nigeria. That is why I hate Nigeria to death. What they have done to us, and they hide the history. They never tell you a word, the history about Nigeria, or what happened to Biafran people, how they killed us. They have hidden all these things till now and say no more. Now our eyes are opened. I encourage others to search and read all this information. You can get them in the social media. How Nigeria was created and how Nigeria was born, and how this royal Niger company came about, and how they tampered with our palm oil, all those type of things in these days. Today, you are forcefully put together as a Nigerian, and since then, nothing has worked out for us. This is Nigeria for all of us. Be careful about Nigeria, but not the word Nigeria. Be careful about Nigerian government. They are the dangers we are facing. They are dangers. They are terrible. They are horrible. We can never stand them. I hate Nigeria. I hate Nigeria. I hate Nigeria so much. I hate Nigeria. Thank you, my sister.
Thank you very much, my sister. Your sentiment is exactly ours. We hate Nigeria with every fiber in our being. So we want to go like this. We encourage you all Biafrans to continue farming. Do not forget to farm, whatever happens. And then we call Mazi Iyke ihe nwoke na-eme dị ya n'obi. Continue your work. DOS, continue your work. Don't look back. No distractors, no matter how they try. And the next thing I want to say is what Mazi Iyke have always told us. Mazi Iyke tells us that nothing is more important than freedom. The freedom of our people, the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So please continue working for freedom. Please make your announcements so that we can go. Fellow Biafrans, I just want to reiterate the numbers or the inquiry lines that we have. Our DOS is very, very interested, and our media men are very interested to hear from you. If for IPOB DOS signal inquiry line, you use this number, +61 424 29 4745 or +41 906 9681. Our IPOB security information line is +45 914 986 77. Please utilize these numbers. Do not live in ignorance. If you have any questions, there are always people 24/7 to respond to your questions. Thank you so very much for being with us this morning. Dalawada Cecilia. Sister Akunne, any announcement?
Yes, Dr. Berechuku. My announcement this morning is mostly for our people, brothers and sisters back home. You know, this time we are telling you that there is not like Tatum that was imposed or put in place by the DOS of this organization. No Tatum at all. So continue going your ways even on Mondays. Anything you don't hear in Radio Biafra, it's not truth. That's why it is important to listen to Radio Biafra and know what is going on there and know which announcement is correct and which is not. If you go to social media right now, you will see all sorts of announcements. They are fake. They are fake. You see some people telling you that is a sit at home, you go home, a lot of confusion, people don't know what to do. We are telling you this is from Radio Biafra. No any sit at home organized or less here from Radio Biafra or the head of directorate. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sister Akunne. The last thing to say to Biafrans, we cannot pull back from supporting ESN. That's our lifeline. They are the supporters on the ground who are doing the needful by protecting our people in the farms. So we must support ESN. So continue to call, continue to make sure that you support Radio Biafra by listening thing to do on the ground. But please support ESN. Give us your money, and that's what we need. That's what it will require to be sure that our people are guarded in the farms and in the villages. Thank you very much, my sisters, for coming on with me this morning. We have a lot to do. Mazi Iyke, thank you so very much for allowing us again on Radio Biafra. Thank you, wonderful listeners. We have done our part. Please continue to work hard for the restoration of our sovereign nation, Biafra. Have a wonderful weekend. Ndewonu.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mazalozie. You are a great man. Thank you.
That's what we say. You are a great man.
Thank you. That's the end of services today. They rendered valuable service to our people, and we enjoyed it. We appreciate it. These are when you say you are devoted, looking for freedom. You can't just be handed over. Freedom, you have to fight for it. You have to struggle. You have to scratch and bite before you're turned loose. I told you previously, when you're chained, you're finished. You have to unchain yourself. It is only slaves that are chained. It is only criminals that are handcuffed, or suspects that have not been proven guilty. They are handcuffed. And those that are not guilty, when you handcuff them, that means there's something else behind there's a motive behind your actions. So people can call in as quickly as they can, because we don't have time. Dealing with time issues. And we have about 25 minutes, 26, 27 minutes. The call number is +1 484 767 0848 +1 484 767 For me, I have something to say. I have something to voice out. Everything happened to you was predicted by our leader. There will come a time. They will bring in the invaders, and they will pursue you. You will run. Honorable what? First, when Igbo was Igbo, Igbo, we still have them. I very much that. I sincerely thank you. And most of you may know what I'm saying, and some of you may not. Because we've been exiled. You know why I used the word exiled. The family is done. But before you raise an alarm in the village, you see people killing. Not to talk of hotel, it falls the community. At this time, we snake, we betray our own community. That's what we do. We sell our own professional gain. No, that we engage in buying ourselves. That's our activity. These activities have no boundary. We cannot be honest to ourselves, even in the presence of our enemies. We buy and sell. Correct. Your money is gone. Your money is gone. Call out your name and where you calling from.
That we are the only race that has the name Merichuku. Yes, God. And that is the victory that the Most High Chuku Kikaya, his name has given Merichuku. And our mother, there's the peace of Almighty Chuku Kikaya, the wonderful God that created every human race. And create you people as women of Biafra. You are making us proud. I remain formidable to the end. The world will shake because of the children of the Most High. But we will conquer because we are the children of God. If the option of the world for we the Biafra race to be free on this earth and live in our own land violence, then that is the end of the world. And it is not a threat, it is a promise. Every nation on this earth must respect itself and allow the children of the Most High Biafra to go. That I think it was them to go to Canada and see them that I could Psalm 9. Psalm 9, thanksgiving to God Almighty for his justice. As message to them Nnamdi. To go to Canada and I have already given us. And let Malan meet at his judge to release our leader. And then I think you saw the clip, you listened to the clip today Nnamdi Kanu is so broadcast about the religious leader. The worst crime to humanity, tithe and offering of this idiot pastors in Nigeria. Tomorrow now they will open their businesses. Just that is taking us to God. Today their money are gone. Million are more than our money. Let us take it. Put out into Quran, in Nehemiah chapter 9, Nehemiah chapter 10, and Nehemiah chapter 11. Let us read Nehemiah chapter 9, verse 26, verse 36, and verse 37. It's very important to quote together. And the same Nehemiah chapter 10, verse 29, verse 30, and verse 31. Very important to quote together. The people confesses their sin, and the people sign an agreement to go back to their God, the Most High. Biafrans, anywhere you are on this earth, that one thing in mind. That Nnamdi Kanu is the end of the world. At the end of Biafra, and the Sino Yaranes, and all these idiot governors that are allowing that Fatima or Shetema, the youth leader for Arewa to be insulting with Biafrans, including the Dalu. That is just Arewa youth. A country that has no president, that is the worst of it there. A country that is controlling over 200 million. This is their president. Yeah, in Nigeria, only here it will happen. No other place on this earth. And the whole world kept silent. Be watching us as go. As a Mogo, I never nation I watch it. And then Nnamdi Kanu came out to address the stupidity of the world. And they went to Kenya kidnap them. They went to Ikonso house and killed Ikonso. They are looking for POP members everywhere on this earth. Today, every man don't start in home. The point of every IPOP unit is go. Autopilot is not end. And I assure everybody, I stake my life for the organization. You saw the suffering of that and all their time, all your money, all your effort. Okay, the teacher not got as our teacher, as our professor. Where is that allergy? What do you mean now for your man poor than I make you proud. Your sweat will never be in vain. You will reap the fruit of your life. And that allergy, I want to Joe Biden your president. Okay, what can I say? With them is that different for to put together. This was the movement on this world. More work is just come up. I got one. I come. I know they said. Yeah, I get the chamber. Okay, I got the other gentleman. He said, "You're better than it." I think of Brunham will be any of us. I'm a guy when I was a sentimentally shot in the Britain. They are only one now. That is a problem because I think I'm a Jabara to put that down. Can't pretend one kid. I can't be the China Britain. I be the chick. I buy the Farish in Savannah. That is not done at Anabella. That could you quite right. That is not done with the way. Get be very. That's all the chick. That's the medical idea. That is not the kind of took time to play that broadcast. All this idiot to one bastard. That is the position in my price and a bad said. I want to know what kind of a bastard.
Okay, you're gonna round up because we don't have full time today. Mazi Iyke, we're gonna round up. We don't have a lot of time. Caller, your name and where you calling from. Caller, your name and where you calling from. Your name and where you calling from. Okay. That line is done. The phone number plus one 44767 That's broadcast from Radio Biafra. You left getting your call till the last 5 minutes, then 3 or 4 people will be calling at the same time. Yeah, last shishi word, a dollar word, whatever the value of comment might be. So don't wait till the last minute. Whatever you put in with value, that's the mark of the whole effort. We try our best, and we do it with all our might. Don't work against yourself, thinking that you're working against Mazi Iyke. You're working against the US or HOD. You are working against yourself. When you hear my mom now, you think you're blowing the nose, and then the mucus comes right back on you. So when you're working against the establishment of IPOB and the US, you're working against yourself, because these people devoted their time to help, and anything that they put up and say, let it be good for us, you accept it. You try. We can debate, we can argue, we can tear ourselves up and down. There is time for that. There is time for. We are not to be very stubborn. You don't have to be foolishly stubborn that you cannot reason just to say that you're stubborn. You see the right thing, you engage in a hopeless argument just to prove that you're stubborn. But when you see the person with AK-47, you don't want to do that anymore. That's not the case now. Your brother is hollering, shouting for help. You are peeping from the window. And as a matter of fact, you not just peeping, you go closely shutter the window and then hide. I don't want to be involved. I don't want to be seen. That was your honorable one neighbor also. Because that thing that have come to get your brother or relative is coming to get you. So start running. It's not a question of going to fight to rescue your brother or your relative. It's just a question of running. Maybe you take up.